Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2k17 Universe Mode. I'm BrendenPlayz, and tonight, wow, do we have some big matches for you as we are getting ready to close out the first round of the King of the Ring tournament. Because tonight we have two first round matches here on the Raw side of the tournament. Thus far, it has been John Cena defeating Rusev, Dolph Ziggler defeating Sheamus to advance to the quarterfinals. Tonight, it is going to be this matchup: Shinsuke Nakamura up against The Big Show. Nakamura is out for revenge on The Big Show after the attack that took place at Money in the Bank. And also, we will see AJ Styles going one-on-one with a former two-time Intercontinental Champion, Neville. What a match that will be as well. Could be the match of the tournament. Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have some tag team action here as we have the Los Matadors up against the Hype Bros. Jinder Mahal, well, he made his return last week. He got a victory. Can he do it again this week over Kalisto? And we'll see Tyler Breeze go one-on-one with Gold Dust as well. Tag team action to start off this show. It is the Hype Bros with the victory. Jinder and Kalisto. It is going to be Jinder Mahal. Another win. 2 in a row. Jinder's on a roll. And Breeze versus Gold Dust. Gold Dust with a victory. And we move along to Monday Night Raw, where we will see Alexa Bliss up against Tamina. Rusev will go one-on-one with Sheamus, the two men who bowed out in the first round of the King of the Ring. They'll meet this week to see, well, I guess a consolation victory maybe, you know, not much there. But anyways, Naomi versus Emma will take place as well. We've got some bit of intel on a potential tag match that could be taking place at Bragging Rights. We'll see Big E go one-on-one with Chad Gable. And of course, that first round King of the Ring match that we mentioned, The Big Show versus Nakamura. Austin Aries is confirmed to be in The Big Show's corner. And we will also see Neville versus AJ Styles. I'm looking forward to that one. That is going to be a lot of fun. So, Alexa Bliss versus Tamina. One-on-one to start off Monday Night Raw. Tamina, she gets a win. Perhaps an upset there over Bliss. She's just struggling a little bit as of late, Alexa Bliss. A few losses. Sheamus gets a victory over Rusev as well. Naomi versus Emma. Emma with the victory. And Big E versus Chad Gable. Big E picks up the win. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for King of the Ring action. It is a first round contest. The Big Show versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Well, here he comes. The devastating Big Show. How dominant has he been? You can see in the background, Austin Aries on his way to the ring as well. The Big Show and Austin Aries, they have formed an alliance, and it's a deadly alliance at that. Well, let's take you back to Money in the Bank and let's check out what exactly transpired. Austin Aries getting close to losing the matchup against Nakamura. The Big Show came out, and we weren't exactly sure what was going on, but we quickly found out when the Big Show did this. Bang! The KO punch, knocking out Nakamura cold. Wow, what a strike that was. So right then and there, we knew what the Big Show's intentions were. We knew that the Big Show had accepted this offer to be Austin Aries' ally. What we've been told is that Austin Aries is going to watch the Big Show's back if the Big Show watches Austin Aries' back. You know, I guess the key reason for this is obviously the Big Show has been down and out. He hasn't had a victory for a long time. He's been really struggling. So it's going to be a big task for the Big Show to beat arguably one of the best superstars on Raw right now, coming off one of the best championship reigns in Universe Mode history, Shinsuke Nakamura, who is approaching the ring right now. The Big Show hasn't had a victory at a top level in a big profile match like this in a long time. Nakamura, on the other hand, well, he's just been involved in big match after big match, exceeding expectations, performing at his absolute peak. But he's got the situation right now with Austin Aries that he needs to deal with, I think, before he can really move up into the World Championship pictures, which is where exactly he wants to be. We've been told that Nakamura has had a great US Championship reign, and whilst he still would love to be US Champion right now, he wants to set his eyes on the major prize, and it is the Universal or the WWE Championship. And he's hoping to acquire that championship if he can win the King of the Ring tournament. Big Show and Nakamura right now in the ring as Austin Aries watches on. Nakamura is able to pick up the Big Show and slam him down. Great power display there by Shinsuke Nakamura, which is obviously going to be a huge challenge for Nakamura, despite the Big Show arguably not at his best anymore. I mean, has he seen better days? Is he one foot out the door? Is he getting close to retiring? Is he, has he got the ability to step up and compete at the top level anymore? I don't know. Big Show, however, trying to hit a suplex. Nakamura hits one of his own instead. Impressive for Nakamura. So the question is, whilst Austin Aries is going to watch the Big Show's back, is this going to make any difference for the Big Show? Is this going to change the Big Show's performances? Because the Big Show spent the better part of a year on SmackDown, barely able to get on the show. When he was on, he was getting, beaten most of the time. Just no direction, not sure where he was going. Big boot there. But Austin Aries has seen, I think, the size of the Big Show and probably thought to himself, hey, I can use this to my advantage. I'm not the biggest guy. And whilst I'm the US champion, I need some protection. I just need some backup. So I'm thinking that Austin Aries has hired the Big Show. I guess perhaps be his hired gun or perhaps even his bodyguard. Oh, backstabber there by Nakamura. So it's not a bad ploy by Austin Aries to do that. And it certainly worked. It helped him save the day at Money in the Bank. He kept his championship. Perhaps Nakamura was going to go on to win that. We're not exactly sure. We'll never know. The Big Show trying to fire himself up here. But clearly Austin Aries he's feeling threatened. He felt threatened by Nakamura to get the Big Show to help him out. Obviously, he's worried about his position as US champion. Whilst he's been impressive as a snap DDT, he's been impressive since arriving to the scene. He knows that there's a lot of great superstars gunning for that championship that he currently possesses. Big Show shrugs off Nakamura. He's looking okay thus far. And this is what we want to see. The Big Show, former world champion here in Universe Mode. I mean, the World Championship before, of course, it became the Universal Championship. So the Big Show has been at the pinnacle before, but that was in Season 1. We are now in Season 4 of Universe Mode. So do the math, and that's been a long time since the Big Show has held the top prize. And he had a pretty decent championship reign, of course, as well. So the Big Show has been at the top in the past. We know that, and he's defended his championship. He's had a good championship reign. But other than that, the Big Show, not a lot of single success, if any at all. He fell out of contention a number of times. He came close, but never really got there again. And he went on to have championship success as a tag team, of course, but those days are behind him. He hasn't got a partner anymore. Maybe Austin Aries can help him out. Maybe these two can form a tag team as well as being an alliance. As Nakamura off the top connects with the leg. Off the top of the rope, spinning down, landing on the Big Show, taking the big man off of his feet. You see Nakamura not exactly, not struggling or anything like that at the moment. The Big Show hasn't been able to get the better of him, even though he's the much bigger man. Nakamura has been able to hold his own. And Nakamura coming out of the gate strong, looking to get some revenge. Obviously, could have been US champion right now for the second time if it wasn't for the Big Show, who's gone for the attempted spear, but Nakamura has turned it into a DDT. And that is the form that Nakamura is in. There's the spear now from the Big Show. First one didn't land, second one does. Now the Big Show looking for the KO punch. Oh, Nakamura on the counter. This time he was aware of it. This time he knew it was coming. Now Nakamura. Wow. Nakamura launches the Big Show. Shinsuke has gone from almost losing this thing back in control. The Big Show lands that KO punch. It's over. Nakamura and a spinebuster. Well, I know the Big Show's lost a bit of weight, but Nakamura, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to pick up the Big Show this many times. I'm not sure if it's humanly possible, but he's trying to do it now. Coming out for the Big Show, but a kick out by Nakamura. Well, this is the thing. Whilst the Big Show is a veteran, whilst he's had a lot of wins, a lot of success throughout his career, as a knee right to the gut, Nakamura is in the prime of his career. Big Show's in the tail end of his career. If not 1 foot, out the door, close to retirement. It's hard for the Big Show. And he's trying his absolute best. You can respect that. But you can't respect what he did and what he, what he's decided to do now. Aligning himself with Austin Aries. Yes, I guess it's perhaps a last-ditch effort to become relevant again. Become a world champion. He can become any champion again. It could be Big Show's last chance. It feels like he's done the deal with the devil. Aligning himself with Austin Aries. You just can't respect that. It's now, a neck breaker there by Nakamura. Big Show is down. Nakamura drops the knee as well. And does a bit of a pose whilst he's at it, sending a bit of a message then to Austin Aries. Nakamura will face Dolph Ziggler if he can win this matchup. But he's got to get through the Big Show first. Nakamura, though, on the second rope. Here it comes. Oh, a big shot connecting right there in the face of the Big Show. That leg of Nakamura connected. Now Nakamura. Whoa, a Kinshasa. Nakamura lands 2 major shots in a row. And he puts away the Big Show. The Big Show. He couldn't even get to his knees. He was just trying to sit up. And Nakamura floored him right there with the Kinshasa and advances to the next round. We are going to see Dolph Ziggler versus Nakamura at King of the Ring. I cannot wait for that. Here it was. Big Show's just trying to sit up. Nakamura was aware of it. Bang! Kinshasa, good night. Nakamura gets the victory and a bit of revenge on the Big Show after the Money in the Bank KO punch. Nakamura needed that. A big win tonight. He advances in the King of the Ring tournament. A huge win for him. As, oh no. Big Show's back to his feet. Big Show with a clothesline. Sends down Nakamura and he's not done yet. Big Show, this was his big moment. This was his opportunity. And Nakamura has taken it away from him. And now, look out. The KO punch. Big Show knocks out Nakamura as Austin Aries watches on. Big Show now lining up Nakamura in the middle of the ring. Oh no, what has he got planned here? Oh boy. Austin Aries now coming in to clean up the pieces. Austin Aries with a steel chair in hand trying to take out the knee of Nakamura. Austin Aries is trying to take out the leg and the knee of Nakamura. Nakamura advanced to the next round, and Aries is trying to make sure that he does not make it to King of the Ring. Well, we don't know if Nakamura's going to make it to King of the Ring, but what we do know, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your main event. It is going to be the final match in the King of the Ring tournament, first round for the Raw side. It is Neville, a former Intercontinental Champion 2 times over. One of the great Intercontinental Champions, to be honest. He had a very impressive reign last season. His form as of late not as great since coming over to Monday Night Raw from Smackdown. He hasn't had all the success he would have been hoping for. But Neville, very, very good at what he does. He's a very, very entertaining superstar. We know that. He's high flying. He's got all the tools. He's got everything in my opinion to make it to the big leagues, to take that next step from being an Intercontinental Championship competitor, get that one major victory. It could be this King of the Ring tournament and go all the way and become a world champion. Neville, I think, has what it takes. But so does this man, AJ Styles, one of the favorites in the tournament. He is considered to be the top-ranked superstar on the Raw side of the tournament. So he is expected to make it to the final. But sometimes that pressure can really take a toll on you. Sometimes superstars thrive with that pressure and live up to the expectations. Other superstars, they can't live up to it and they choke. AJ Styles, no doubt about it, is expected to beat Neville in this one. A heavy favorite. You go off recent form, AJ Styles has been competing in Money in the Bank ladder matches. He's been competing in World Championship matches. He's a Royal Rumble winner, a WrestleMania main eventer. He's done everything but win the major prize. Neville, Hurricane Runner to start this match off. So AJ Styles, many believe this is his moment. Many believe this is his tournament. He can go all the way, win this tournament, and go on to finally get the championship that he arguably should have won at WrestleMania. That he arguably should have had already. Can he do it though? I don't know. I don't know. AJ Styles has been so impressive, we know it, but he needs that one world title. He's had too many opportunities now. It's been too long. And he's been on the main roster now for, a good period of time. Not quite a year yet, but 6 months plus. And AJ Styles has been at the pinnacle, competing at the top level matches. And I think in his opinion, he believes he should be world champion already. So if AJ Styles does not win that world title this season here in Universe Mode, I feel like he could certainly spiral out of control. He's had a good start here against Neville though, as a knee there by Neville into the mid-section of Styles. Gonna pick up AJ, can't quite do it. Styles with a counter, head first down goes Neville, and launches himself on the second, but Neville able to get up to his feet and avoid. A knee now into the face of Neville, so... Well, for Neville, we know, look, he's so talented, we know that. We know how good he is. But, like I said, just hasn't had the victories. He's a guy that certainly can compete for that US Championship. But I think he wants to be more than that. He knows he can be US Champion. As Styles drops the leg on the back of Neville's head. Neville's a two-time Intercontinental Champion. He knows he's at that level. He knows he can be that champion. But the question is, can he take that next step to becoming the champion of the world? Or, in Raw's case, the champion of the universe. As a powerbomb there by Neville with a sit-out powerbomb. Looking pretty good at the moment. Neville off his feet though by AJ. And looking forward to seeing how this one goes. Because obviously these two guys can really turn it up. We've seen Neville in Match of the Year candidates. AJ Styles in Match of the Year candidates. We know how good they are. We know how impressive they can be. So one of these two could certainly go deep in the tournament as Neville! What about that springboard moonsault? This time he lands unlike AJ Styles earlier on. And that's a snippet of what we can see from Neville. What can we expect to see from him in this tournament if he can go deep? John Cena awaits the winner of this match. It will either be Neville or AJ Styles. What a match that would be either way. Cena and Neville. That would be a really tough opponent for John Cena, having to deal with the speed and the quickness and the agility of Neville. AJ Styles, with that technical ability as well as that speed that he has, will be very tough for Cena as well. Neville has AJ up top, but he can't quite connect as AJ Hurricane Rana off the top, landing on Neville and turning into a Hurricane Rana. Excellent there from Styles. Pele kick now. AJ turning it up here, looking pretty good early on. And Neville will want to make sure that he shuts down this offense ASAP, because AJ Styles, when he's on, I tell you what, he is red hot. He is tough to beat. A knee there by AJ to Neville. Well, for AJ Styles, he's had a bit of an alliance as of late with Goldberg. We've seen the two kind of work together a little bit. Meanwhile, AJ Styles, hang on, hold the thought. Styles over the top, lands on Neville, over the top of the rope. AJ Styles, he is risking it all here tonight in the name of the King of the Ring. He wants to be the winner of this tournament. Will he win this matchup? We'll find out after this quick break. Next up at the King of the Ring tournament on Smackdown, we see the game. Triple H up against one of the newcomers on Smackdown, one of the next big things in Universe Mode, Hideo Itami. And it is a former Intercontinental Champion Bray Wyatt, the leader of the Wyatt family, up against Sami Zayn. And what will be the final match in the first round tournament. And the final match before we get to the King of the Ring pay-per-view, coming to you live on BrendenPlayz next Sunday. It's going to be fun. You will not want to miss it. Well, we're back here on Monday Night Raw. Close matchup between the two, as we saw earlier on before the break. It was AJ Styles on top of things. Neville now, hang on. Sit out powerbomb again. Going back to that move this time, really getting it executed perfectly, you have to say. Neville with a standing shooting star. That's looking pretty good here from Neville. He's now going up top. What has he got planned here? Neville, he's up top. And, oh, went for it again, this time off the top of the rope. But AJ Styles knew it was coming and able to avoid. And that's what we're going to see plenty of from Neville in this match and in this tournament if he can advance. As well as AJ Styles trying to make Neville tap, but he got his hand underneath the rope. Styles, wow, how did he make it that far? Springing off the ropes, almost a coast to coast, one side of the ring to the other, falls with a DDT. How good is AJ looking right now? This is a determined AJ Styles. He knows that he should have won at WrestleMania. He gave himself the best opportunity in the world by winning the Royal Rumble. You give yourself a WrestleMania main event. How the hell does he not go all the way and get it done? I don't know. He's had opportunities since then as well. DDT by Neville. But AJ Styles, he knows that this is his last chance, maybe. Last chance for the next few months. AJ Styles, look out. Oh, enziguri there by Neville. He was so impressive in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Neville misses again. AJ arguably should have won the match. He was the best in the match. He was the MVP. You know, he risked it all. It's clear that AJ Styles is a man on a mission right now. He needs this World Championship more than anything. He needs it. And I think AJ Styles is just really upping his game to the next level to make sure that he gets it. He does not want to miss out on these opportunities ever again. He's in the corner now. Neville coming along, taking a bit of a chance for a bit of a breather on the fly. Neville, oh, he wanted to go for a jumping Hurricane Rana. Styles with a counter, but Neville caught him into the power slam. What about that from Neville? And we've always talked about Neville as that hybrid superstar of having that size about him, the strength about him, whilst also maintaining all of the speed and the agility that he has. Styles met with a clothesline. Neville with a counter. And now Neville, well, what about that? Just standing and corkscrewing through the air, splashing down on AJ. Now up to the top of the rope again. This is trouble. Went for the red arrow, but missed out. AJ Styles able to avoid. He knew that was coming. And if Neville hits there, he's going to take on Cena in the next round. AJ has Neville up, but gets met with a DDT and a counter. Into the cover now. What can Neville do here? Styles pressures on him, but he'll kick out. Well, Neville, he's holding his own. There's no doubt about that here. AJ's looking great, but Neville's really stepped up his game as well. He realizes the opportunity that he has. He may not get another opportunity to be anywhere near that World Championship this season. Based on his recent performances and the amount of depth that Raw has in the main event scene, Neville's quite a far way away. And he knows that this could be his last chance. His one and only chance for quite some time. Perhaps till the Royal Rumble. Styles now. Phenomenal forearm! He lands it right on the button. The forearm connects. And that could be it. Lights out for Neville. Has he got anything left? No! Styles can't get the 3 count. The referee slapped down for 3. A bit similar to the Ziggler and Sheamus match. But this time, in my opinion, Neville did kick out. Wow! Styles landing there on Neville as well, launching himself over the top. This is just a high-flying contest between two of the absolute best here on Raw. Enziguri there by Neville, trying to fight back after that forearm, trying to get himself back in this matchup. Rolls Styles over into the cover now. This could be in here for AJ. We'll see. No. Neville hasn't got him yet, but he's getting closer to just putting the pressure on AJ, but when you get met with that phenomenal forearm, it really just derails you. Neville now off the second. Wants AJ up. What has he got planned? Styles slowly getting to his feet here. Neville with the boot right into the chest and kips up as well. We talked about the athleticism of Neville, and there it is on display. He's a 2-time IC champion for a reason. AJ Styles, a former NXT champion, a Royal Rumble winner, but no World Championship. DDT. He skipped the Intercontinental Championship and US Championship, went straight for the big one. And he nearly got it. It nearly worked, but not quite. Into the calf crusher now. Neville's foot though. Yep, good call from the referee. He was underneath the rope. Styles with an elbow, getting a little frustrated maybe. Obviously you get the calf crusher and you expect to get the tap out. But Neville got a little lucky. Styles had his ring positioning just a little bit off. And that can cost you. Neville now wants to cover again. Can't get it though. Well, the winner of this one takes on John Cena. And the way that Cena was performing against Rusev last week, that's going to be so tough. Neville! Oh, he caught some of AJ on the way down with his boot. But not enough to really pressure AJ too much. We saw Cena. He looks in great touch. He looks in great form himself. So that's going to be a real issue as well for the winner of this matchup. Because John Cena, well, he's ranked number 2 from the Raw side of things. But I really think the way that we saw him perform last week, he may be my new favorite. I think he could go all the way, especially considering he has a personal vendetta out against Goldberg right now. He wants his hands on Goldberg. And when Cena wants something, He normally gets it. Sit out powerbomb again here by Neville. Is this it? Is this enough? Shoulders down from AJ, but he gets the shoulders up there and kicks out. Neville with a stomp there on AJ, and again, splashing down on AJ, corkscrewing through the air. But AJ, though, going to try and shut that down quickly, but he can't do it, though. Neville with another counter. Well, you got to like what you see here from Neville, standing shooting star. Just continues to show us his high-flying ability. He's just relentless. Whenever AJ Styles needs a breather, Neville doesn't. He just keeps on the attack, just keeps going and going. Another enziguri. The offense just comes and comes and comes. AJ Styles can barely get any time to catch his breath or even figure out where the hell he is. But Neville took a bit of a breather there, as he's now going to get Styles over, but he's going to run up towards the corner. Has he wasted too much time? That's the question now. He's going up top. Red Arrow! Neville's going to do it! Neville's going to the second round, into the quarterfinals. No, AJ kicked out at 2. Can you believe it? Neville, though, is he going to go for it again? Maybe two times is what he needs. No, instead, he splashes down with a shooting star. It lands on Styles, but he's not done yet. But AJ with a counter. And oh man, Neville perhaps should have went for the cover. Styles, Pele kick, and uh-oh. Neville maybe has made a big, big mistake. But he still has some fight. How much has he got left though? Styles, was that his last gasp? He still kicks out at 2. How much can Styles bring? Styles needs to come back. Neville still has the upper hand here. Neville again. Lands there on AJ. And now Snapman. Neville, as we said, just keeps the offense coming and coming and coming. Just does not let up. And you got to admire that. He knows how big the occasion is. Right hand from AJ. After countering the one from Neville. AJ Styles, hang on. Styles for the Styles Clash. He hits it. Styles Clash. Where did that come from? It doesn't matter because it's over. AJ Styles escapes with the victory. He found an opportune moment. He took it. He connected. And he capitalized. And AJ is going to the quarterfinals. I tell you what though, Neville, how good was he? So unlucky. AJ Styles will meet John Cena. And that's a dream match right there. 1-on-1. We've seen it in the past, but we'll see it again. AJ's got the better of him in the past. Will he be able to do it this time? In the King of the Ring quarterfinals, we've still got one more episode of Smackdown to go before we finalize the quarterfinals and finalize all of the participants for the King of the Ring pay-per-view, which will be coming your way next Sunday, next weekend. So do not miss that one. It's going to be huge. Sunday, May 14th, King of the Ring. It is the pay-per-view that will decide who will challenge one of our champions, either the WWE or Universal Champion at SummerSlam for their respective championship. Styles is in the quarters. Can he go all the way? Let me know your predictions. Will it be Cena or Styles in the next matchup? And also our other matchup, Dolph Ziggler versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Wow, this is going to be good as well. Let me know your predictions for the first quarterfinal matches in the King of the Ring. It is Styles, Cena, Nakamura, and Ziggler. Cannot wait to see that one. That is going to be very, very fun indeed. 2 great matches, but we still have 2 more to go on the next episode of SmackDown. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like on it. Subscribe to see the next episodes of Universe Mode. And of course, check out the website, BrendenPlayz.com, for all of your King of the Ring coverage. Thank you very much for watching. See you next episode.